Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to Cooking Stage Left, the show where we teach you how to make something delicious. So what are we making this episode, Andrew?
Well, today we're going to do another take on an easy lasagna.
Fabulous.
So this one is going to be easy to put together. It's still going to take as long to bake as a traditional lasagna.
Okay.
But at the beginning, it just takes out some of that fussiness of making some of the layers and stuff. Yeah. Because we're going to be using frozen raviolis.
Ooh.
To make the lasagna with. So it's just a couple of layers instead of like a gazillion layers, right?
Yeah.
And you get that yummy ravioli. And of course, it's going to have lots of variations that we'll talk about and stuff like that. So it's going to be quick, easy ravioli lasagna.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Curtains up, burners on. Let's go over the ingredients list for our easy ravioli lasagna.
Great.
First of all, ravioli.
Yeah.
Just using frozen ravioli right out of the bag, so just grab like a large bag size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then a jarred sauce.
Okay.
And you can use your favorite sauce, like our bolognese or whatever you'd like, but we're using the easy one.
Perfect.
Just go.
Love that.
And then cheese. So we're using a shredded mozzarella blend. That's mozzarella provolone.
Nice.
And
there's a lot of cheese here, which is
there's a good amount of cheese.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then we're using a 3 cheese sharper blend of Parmigiano and Asiago.
Perfect.
For the extra cheese.
Yeah.
And then that's the basic ingredients for the recipe. But we're going to show you one variation, and we're going to use one of our favorite ingredients, which is mushrooms.
Yes.
And some garlic, of course. So we're going to put that into the sauce and then put it all together. You'll see how quickly this goes together and how easy it is. So that's it. Hardly any ingredients.
This is so,
I know, right? There's hardly any ingredients, and it's going to come out like lasagna.
Oh, amazing.
Boom. Okay, so let's
do it.
Go.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to get started. First thing we're going to do is prepare our mushrooms and our mushroom sauce. We're just going to put it all together.
Great.
Now, if you're doing just the really basic recipe with just the sauce and the cheese, you don't need to do this step at all. Okay, this is just a little extra if you want to.
Yeah.
So we're going to put our pan on to a medium-high heat here.
Okay.
Throw a little bit of olive oil in there.
Excellent.
Boom. And then just however you want to do your mushrooms. Now this is the point where you can do mushrooms, you can do sausage like we did in the skillet lasagna, you can do ground beef, you can do nothing. You can do a whole bunch of veggies, you can do whatever you want. So I'm just rough chopping these so they get a little meaty. And again, you could stick this in the food processor if you want, but it's not fancy.
Yeah.
It's kind of however you want to do it. So we're just going to sort of pre-cook these a little bit to take some of the moisture out.
Okay.
Mushrooms have a lot of moisture in them.
Yeah.
And it will also give them a little bit of browning on the edges to get some of that meaty feel to it.
Yeah.
And again, we love mushrooms, so that's why we wanted to include this. And I've just got some basic cremini mushrooms here, or baby portobellos.
Yeah.
You could use whatever kind you want.
Sure.
And that's going to be the extent of it.
Okay.
I've just, again, real rough chop here.
Yeah. Do you rinse your mushrooms?
I did rinse these.
Yeah.
So I gave them a little bit of a rinse, and then I just honestly tossed these in a big old towel.
I was going to say, how do you dry them? How do you usually dry them after you?
So if you're using them right away, I rinsed these a little while ago, so I did dry them. If you're using them right away, you can give them a quick rinse and throw them in. Or if you can just sort of take a wet paper towel and just sort of wipe them off a little bit.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so just make it really easy. You don't want to get them too wet because they hold a lot of water already and they're like sponges. And that way you just have to cook all of that out. And if you're going to be using them, if you're not going to be cooking them, then you don't want to get much water on them at all because then they'll be soggy. Mm-hmm. And as much as I love mushrooms, I hate soggy mushrooms.
It's fair.
When you go to a salad bar and there's a big thing of soggy mushrooms there, or mushrooms in a can, no thank you.
Yeah.
No thank you.
No.
All right, I'm just going to do one more.
Okay.
And this is maybe I don't even know. Again, me and measurements. This is maybe we're using maybe 12 ounces of mushrooms there.
Yeah. It's a pretty good amount. Yeah.
It's a good amount because they're meaty. You could use more or less, but I think once that cooks down, it's going to be just kind of enough there.
Yeah.
And then I'm throwing some garlic.
I was going to say, there's got to be some garlic in here too, right?
Again, we're using a pre-made sauce, and so there's a good amount of flavor in there, but I'm just going to add, that's probably a clove and a half, maybe like 3 cloves of garlic. Boom, the equivalent. We got this big jar for something and then just using it up. So again, fresh garlic's always an option. And this is where you can get really creative. You can add as many herbs as you want, do whatever you want with it. But right now we're just gonna cook down our mushrooms. Okay, so we cooked our mushrooms down with a little bit of garlic, and that took maybe like 10 or 12 minutes or whatever. Yeah. You can go further, you can go less, whichever. And so they're really nice. And then we're just gonna make this really easy. We're just gonna pour the sauce right in there.
Great.
Boom.
Love that.
You can cook this together a little bit if you want, but we're just, again, showing how easy it is.
Yeah.
And that's going to be our sauce that we use. Turn that upside down and see if we can get more out for a second.
Excellent.
Boom. So start with our baking dish there. Got like a 9 by 13. It doesn't matter, just something either deep or something wide. Okay. Go ahead and give that a little spray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brace for it.
Spray it upwards.
There we go. Oh, yeah,
there we go.
There it is. That's a good tip.
There it is.
There it is. Good dusting. Good dusting.
So now again, we're going to layer, but it's not going to be as many layers as you normally do. So go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of a little sauce in the bottom.
Okay.
This looks so good on its own. I wish I
really,
could just
right?
add some bread or something to just eat with this right now.
Oh yeah.
Smells good.
Smells really good.
Very small layer. Now here's another point where you can go even simpler and easier, and you could just sort of like mix everything together and throw it in your pan. It'd be kind of like a baked thing, and it'd be delicious and fine.
Sure.
Or we're going to go a little bit fun and fancy. Okay. Let's do a layer of ravioli. So just sort of like,
should I take them out one by one, or should I just dump them?
Sort of like a little bit of each. Like,
okay, there we go.
There
we go.
We'll just sort of like layer them. To make like, some rows and stuff. That's good. Yeah. And then we'll just sort of do it with a little bit of this other cheese.
There you go. Yep.
Cheesy.
Why do a few cheeses when you can do a lot of cheeses?
You can do all the cheese.
All the cheeses.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks good.
As much as I want to eat it right now, it's frozen ravioli, so I can't.
It's going to be real crunchy.
It's going to be real crunchy. Maybe people like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, it's fine. It's not going to hurt. We're not there.
No,
we're covering it with foil.
Okay.
We've got our oven preheated to 400 degrees.
Okay.
We're going to bake it for about 30 minutes with the cover on.
Okay.
Then we're going to take the cover off and bake it for like another 30 minutes. And that's going to give us crunchy cheese topping. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Again, it's easy to put together, and then you've got like an hour to cook it.
Yeah.
Maybe a few minutes to wait for it to cool down.
Yeah.
But there's your easy ravioli lasagna.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, so there it is, our easy ravioli lasagna.
Look at that.
Nice and cheesy, crispy brown on top there. Delicious.
Gosh. It smells so good.
It really does.
Seriously.
We've already let it sit for a bit, so we're about ready to dive in. But first, let's hit it with some more cheese.
Of course.
Yeah, there you go.
That is the correct response.
Yeah. So we've got some Parmigiano Reggiano there. We're just going to hit it with a little bit more. It's just still warm enough to like let that melt it in a little bit and soaky, yummy.
Oops.
Don't let it fight you. Alrighty.
I'm just gonna keep going if you don't tell me to stop. So I think we should.
You can tell you've got kicked out of the Olive Garden. All right.
That's true. I'm that person.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a bowl.
Yeah. Okay. Hit me.
There we go.
Here, and I'll get you.
Boom. There we go.
Your bowl, and then. Yeah, that slice is bigger.
It's fine and dandy. There's a whole tray.
There's a whole tray.
It's literally just the two of us.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. I noticed that you gave us bowls and not plates, which was probably a very good call.
Yeah. You can do either. It's holding together pretty nicely.
Yeah.
You see, it's beautiful, and it looks kind of lasagna.
Yeah.
You could do more layers on this. We did kind of just like 2 layers there.
Yeah.
But you could certainly do more layers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's see how we go here. Mmm. It's still pretty hot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of steam. All right.
Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, that totally has the lasagna vibe to it, right?
I love.
And the mushrooms in it, just such a nice little earthy flavor to it.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Do your own version. Do sausage, do ground meat, ground chicken, whatever you want.
Yeah.
But this is absolutely fantastic.
This is great.
And again, it's a long cook time, but such an easy like throw together time.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, very simple.
I'm determined to get this. Okay. This one piece is kind of fighting me.
Mmm. Mmm. I like how brown the cheese got on top.
Yeah.
It gives a nice chewiness to the top there.
Yeah, it really is nice.
Mmm.
Mm. It's well good.
Not much more to say there. And especially because we just want to eat more. Mm-hmm. Not much more to say. Mm-hmm. All right. Easy ravioli lasagna. Mm-hmm. Once again, I'm Andrew.
I'm Megan, and I'm sorry I'm eating right now.
And this has been Cooking Stage Left. All right. As you are.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Trying to take dainty little bites, and it's not working out. I'm just,
I don't know why.
shoveling it all in my
I
mouth.
don't know why dainty matters. All right. Yeah. We're gonna get mathy with it. Look at mathy with me.
Good. Good.
Sorry.
I can see if the light was on. If the
Yeah.
total light was on or not. I was like, is this on?
I guess we still have the lights on. Some days you just can't tell.